I'm rocking out to your like countdown music.
All right, we are live.
Fantastic.
Yep, Dan-A-Plooza is coming to an end, but only for tonight, we'd like to welcome our final guest, returning guest, actress Aleen Isley.
Oh, you're so close. I'm gonna get you one of these. It's all right. It's Aleen Isley. We'll get it. Isley. You're a Pittsburgher, right? So it's sort of like
Chicago.
Oh, you are a Chicago kid. See, I'm just used from seeing you around. Yeah, they have that whole Isley's chip chopped ham thing, and it's the closest way I can get to tell people like this is the closest thing you're gonna get to my name. So no worries there, though. I love you. I'm glad to be back on the show again. It's always a pleasure talking with you. So we're gonna have a good time.
When I first see, let's talk about that wonderful snowman sweater that you're wearing.
Yes, his name has been christened as Mr. Snowflake. It's actually a full-on dress with a little scarf, and the only thing I don't quite like about it is the turtleneck because I feel like a little suffocated. But most important to me was button placement when purchasing this sweater because we didn't want the buttons down here. It would look a little odd, right? So whoever designed this sweater, like kudos to you. Great job. We got some jingle bells going on today for you. We got some space buns with some tinsel. We are all Christmased up today. But your sweater is fabulous too. I see the Grinch there. Is that before or after his heart has grown? I don't know.
I think he's contemplating like how much royalties do I get if my heart grows?
I think so. He's got that Grinchy grin, which is fantastic.
Or he's like, did I leave the figgy put in there? Or I don't remember.
Oh my gosh. That's great.
What is the favorite Christmas movie?
My absolute favorite is very easy. It's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. My family and I grew up watching that my whole life. My father used to quote it all the time. My sister quotes it all the time. My husband quotes it all the time. Like, I live Christmas Vacation. I don't really have like a nice, easy second place choice, but that's definitely number one. I want to fix the newel post and, dress up in a sauna suit and run around my neighborhood.
I'm very tempted to always do Eddie cosplay at a Comic-Con and just wear the thing.
Yeah.
And just be at the convention and be like, it's fall.
You're going to need like an all denim suit to be totally decked out. 3-piece denim suit. That's like, get yourself something very nice.
Want to carry a Christmas tree and the squirrel comes out?
Absolutely. Oh, you could totally attach a squirrel to like the back of your jacket too.
It's motorized. It just goes.
You get the tail going. It'd be fantastic for a conversation piece. Wonderful. Oh man. So, how's your Christmas season? Oh, I'm sorry. You're supposed to ask me questions. You go right ahead. It's your show.
Oh, it's fine. Pish tosh. Tell me about what shows you have coming up in the works.
Absolutely. So I just came off the stage recently. I was working on 9 to 5, the musical here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It has recently closed. And now we have been recording for the holiday episode of Dead and Buried Treasures, which is our pirate-themed horror host show. It is streamed all over the internet and some local channels everywhere. And I play a mermaid on the show. Who, of course. She's been traveling. She's been stuck in traveling through time as well. So she's here in present day. And so the Christmas episode is really cool because all of the cast of characters from the entire run of the show are all invited to Christmas dinner together. And and craziness ensues as you would have with any horror host show. But But big news on that horizon is we just won what's called the Golden Turkey Award. It's handed out by, thank you. We're excited. It is for the best horror host show. And it's handed out by a place called thevortex.com, which is a streaming site that does all the horror host networks all over the country, and they sort of share all of them at different time slots. So in our honor, they played a 24-hour marathon of all of our episodes, which was pretty cool for Thanksgiving.
So you're not like one of those singing sirens that leads, sailors astray on the open sea.
No, funnily enough, there is a character called the Siren on the show, but she's like a message in a bottle kind of voice. I myself am, I don't want to say sassy because I think that word is too young or something. But awesome. She's definitely got some bite. She's definitely got some bite to her. Her and our captain have a past together. We haven't really explored that very well in the show yet. And what's cool is she does have the capability to gain legs for a short period of time. So rather than filming all of the segments underwater, we also have segments on the pirate ship itself, which is cool.
Did that present any acting challenges when you first got involved with that?
So everything we do is shot on green screen because you have to chroma key out your backgrounds, put us on a pirate ship, put us underwater, wherever we need to be. And because of the whole COVID-19 crisis, we couldn't get in a studio together because the TV studio that our head of everything, Eric, usually records in, wouldn't let us in to record without masks.
Right.
So we've all sort of been home brewing our own stuff. And I don't have a green screen. I have a giant piece of green felt blanket that I hang up, and lighting it is atrocious. It goes over a doorway in my home with a tiny tripod. It's just crazy trying to shoot everything. And I have this tail, and we wanted to show it sort of swishing back and forth behind me, but I didn't have anybody to puppeteer it. So there's a whole separate shot of just the tail being hung up by strings, and I'm swinging it back and forth. And then we take me out of it and we layer everything together, and it ends up looking really cool. But that's definitely the biggest challenge I came across for sure. Also, I don't have a teleprompter, so I have to either memorize or write everything on a piece of paper and sort of quickly read it.
There's no Anchorman teleprompter. You will not read everything that's in the teleprompter.
No, I do work in the Stone Age. I do have pieces of paper and I just write everything really big. And if I want a certain reaction, if we need 10 seconds of me laughing at somebody, I have to write down that I need to record that. Or if it says turn to the right, the worst is that I film it on my phone.
Oh yeah.
And so right is because it's selfie mode, right is left and left is right, and I always forget it and end up having to flip my video before sending it in. It's it's a sin I do every time. So forgive me, TV gods.
You're not dang it, it was the other way. Shoot. Shake.
I mean, at least you can do another take, but time is money, my dear, and fish gotta swim, birds gotta fly, and mermaids gotta get out of here.
Get to flipping.
Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite Christmas present from your past?
Ooh, I have had many presents over the years, but honestly, this is going to be so mushy. So my husband one year wrote a very short little love letter for every day of December leading up to Christmas one year. And he rolled them all up and he put them in my stocking. And that was I don't know. It's just special because it's something that's unique, and it might not be a material thing. It's not something I'm going to wear or, look at with monetary pride, but at the same time, it means more to me than everything else I've ever received because it's special and it's from the heart, and that's the kind of stuff that I love the most. So, yeah. Mush fest.
Mush.
But if we're talking physical items, Sideshow Collectibles made a huge, like 2-foot tall poison ivy statue, and that was like my first Christmas gift when we were together. And it was just, it's still a display piece in my living room, and it's gorgeous.
Let me see. For me, it was the Bulls starter jacket. I always wanted the Chicago Bulls starter jacket with the big bull on the back, like Michael Jordan had. And
yeah.
And I got it, and I got it, and when I got it, I was like this, and then like I ran outside and I zipped it up.
That's so cool.
Running.
Now, do you have a pair of like Air Jordans or something to go with it? Like, do you have it all decked out, or is it just like the jacket?
I think I just had Nikes because like the Jordans were $100, so I just had like
they've always
$40 Nikes, and we're just gonna say it goes with it.
Hey, no, that's perfect. Like, I love it.
On it, and
I hear if you're from Chicago, you're either a Bears fan or a Bulls fan. Can you be both at the same time, though?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
I grew up watching Michael Jordan all the way from the top of the tippy of the stadium. Is that Jordan?
That's so cool.
But I watched them, and then I went and saw a Bears game on Thanksgiving. I think I was 12, and like they had me in like a whole snowsuit, and it was like too big for me, so I was like and everything. My uncle like took me, and I thought I was such a man, so I was like doing a strut but not really being able to move. They're like, what's with that kid?
I can totally picture that in my head too.
They're like, he's got pep, and I got big boots, so I'm like
you're like definitely the opposite of Ralphie's little brother in Christmas Story, because like he's bundled so tight he can't move, and you're just like, yeah, I'm rocking it, we're ready to go. That's awesome.
I'll take that foam finger now. I got pep. From my
That's
uncle.
fantastic. Sometimes it's those outside family members that are like the best at spoiling kids as you're growing up. It's not your mom and dad's job or anything like that. It's the grandparents and the aunts and uncles. You got to have one like eccentric aunt or uncle that sort of like spoils all the kids because they don't have their own,
If you could be in any Christmas movie, what movie would you be in?
Oh, if I could be in one.
Yeah.
So one time I made myself into a claymation snow woman, just to see what it would look like. So I made me and my fam out of claymation. That would be cool. Although a lot of the older claymation films they're kind of a hot mess, really. Like Year Without a Santa Claus is great. Santa Claus is coming to town. Great. Jack Frost, pretty good. Everything else is kind of garbage. Like Rudolph Santa's a jerk. Everybody's mean to Rudolph the whole movie. But I like Burl Ives as the snowman. Like he makes a great Frosty. So I think it'd be fun to do something like that and just like do a voice and do like a little clay character just because it's different.
I definitely could see you voicing one of the claymation characters. I could also see Steven doing it well, He'd be
oh my gosh.
Snowman, he'd be like, hold on there.
I think he would voice very well. In fact, he's going to be voicing a character in the Puppet Monster Massacre coming up soon. So you'll get to see his voice talents there. So far, I've only voiced a hedgehog, I think. But yeah, it would be really fun. I think it'd be cool to do. I don't know how to animate claymation, so I couldn't make the movie, but if I can get all my friends in on it and somebody to animate it, let's just make our own Christmas spectacular.
You could
be in it. Who would you play in our Christmas spectacular?
Even if we go back to the claymation, I feel like I'd be like the Yukon Cornelius. I'd be like, good idea.
Yes.
The little axe. mush, and then I just like leave.
But can you send silver and gold? Because we're gonna need like that nice bass there.
Silver and gold, silver and gold.
All right, cool. You're hired. We'll pay you in candy canes.
It's better than Bitcoin.
Anything's better than Bitcoin. Or what's the image buying one now? SL somethings. Yeah, no, forget that. They're not real. You're all imagining things.
But Nightmare Before Christmas for me.
Okay, excellent. You can see Jack back there, right? And Zero hanging out on a tree.
I feel like I would be like the other guy of Oogie Boogies, you know, like Kids or something like that. I'd be like, I told you Easter Bunny is not Santa, but nobody listens to the fourth Oogie Boogie kid.
So you'd be like the straight man. They're all doing all the slapstick, Three Stooges style stuff, and you're just like, guys, like, what are you doing?
We're like, guys, he doesn't even look like it. And they'd be like,
I love it. All right, so there's a witch and a skeleton and a devil. So what mask would you wear then?
It'd be funny if I was a ghost or something.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes.
And then
like a really chill looking ghost. No expression on your face, just all voice. That'd be cool.
Pantomime like this, like, guys.
That could be really interesting. I think that'd be a fun time.
Then like I trip. Oh man.
How are you tripping? You levitate. That's what they'd say to you. You'd be like, I got feelings.
I'd be like, I'm a noob. I'm new at this.
Yes. I'm liking it. Let's build a whole storyline around this ghost character. I'm here for it.
My dad didn't teach me. He was busy.
Oh my gosh. Perfect.
Is there a Christmas tradition you like?
There's a lot of Christmas traditions out there, especially for me. I know one thing is that Steve and I always get a live Christmas tree on Black Friday. That's like the day the tree goes up. And when we put the tree up, we watch the aforementioned Christmas Vacation every year, no question. So that's good. Yeah. I also really love getting together with my family. We do sort of it's so big, like lots of people. We can never all buy for each other because it's just not feasible. So a long time back, we started doing sort of a Yankee swap game, and everybody brings a good gift and a terrible gift.
Crappy gift.
And then you mix them all up. Everybody goes home with two. You could get two great things. You could get two seashell unicorns or something like that when you go home. And then it's sort of a bloodbath because as you open them, you're allowed to either open a new one or steal, just like Yankee Swap. So it is a great time. Yeah, it's a great time. I love it.
I hate being the first person because if you get something awesome, everyone looks and you're like, it's mine.
Yeah, you have to like play down your excitement when you get gifts. You have to be like, oh, it's just a bag. Nobody pay attention to me. Yeah, going first is rough. You're almost guaranteed to be like have your gift stolen from you.
Just it broke. You don't want it.
Yes, I have received over the years a large velvet painting of Winona Judd, I think is her name, or not Winona Judd. What's her? Yeah. Which we then regifted a few years later. We have a painting of a corgi riding on the back of a dinosaur holding a spear printed on like newsprint paper. And there was this rabbit made out of pussy willows that like was really good and fun to say. So yeah, we've had some really cool stuff come through the exchange over the years.
I got like a whole bunch of coffee one year. It was like coffee and everything like that. And I go, if I drink it like this, I'll be like this like all week.
Do you like coffee in general though?
I like Starbucks, but this was like Folgers and like I didn't have a coffee pot and I was like, request for coffee. Denied.
That's great. What am I going to do with all this coffee? It makes a great exfoliator. You could totally make it into like, face scrubs and stuff.
My friends like got the other one. My roommate, he's like, this is good and everything. I go, you're not supposed to just eat it out of the can.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm like, listen, Gollum, you gotta quit. Waiting for the eyes to be like this during the night.
I guess, keep it around in case Freddy Krueger ever comes to be a real thing. And then you'll never sleep. You'll never sleep again. You're just like, doing lines of coffee grounds all night. I'll
be like, I told you to quit. I've been clean 2 hours. Well, is there anything else you'd like to say or promote here on Dan-A-Plooza?
To be honest, I don't have too much in the works right now. Come next May, 2022, I'm working on the Shingles movie project, which is an anthology by Authors and Dragons. It is being directed and produced by Steve Radzinski, and I'm actually going to be on team as a line producer and working on things like continuity and probably end up helping with props and stuff on set because I kind of wear a lot of hats. So that'll be the next big project to announce. And then I don't know. The future is wide open, so we'll see. I'm hoping to audition for a few other films, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, congratulations on Dead and Buried Treasures.
Thank you. Yes.
Hell 2. We're going to try and have a Carousel Hell 2 panel. We're going to try to also get Steve Radzinski back on here. And
yes.
Maybe we can even do a stream of you two together, if you want to do.
Oh, yes. We can never appear in the same place at the same time. It's like some kind of weird magic trick. Maybe I am Steve.
It's like Wonder Woman and Batman. It just doesn't go.
It doesn't quite fit.
No.
But yeah, that would be a blast. So just let me know and we'll set it up.
All right. Well, this ends Dan-A-Plooza. Tomorrow, for guests, we have Brutal Business model Crazy Kitty. We also have Stingray. She does makeup and face. We also have the Savage Queen, Megan DeFrancisco, pro wrestler. And our final guest is returning singer Robbie Bloodshed will be also on Dan-A-Plooza tomorrow.
Awesome. Sounds like you have a great lineup set up.
We do. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Have a good night.
Merry holidays and everything.
Happy holidays.